84 kills, one pencil, a man tied to a chair, bleeding, staring into the dead eyes of the boogeyman. Why did Russian crime boss Viggo Tarasov look John Wick in the face and choose an unwinnable suicidal war instead of surrender? You clicked on this video to understand a dark, uncomfortable truth. Why do villains genuinely believe they are the good guys? It isn't madness, it is a terrifying psychological loop. To understand this, we must reset the timeline to a hidden psychological root discovered by leadership expert Simon Sinek. In his groundbreaking book, Start With Why, Sinek proves that every human is driven by a deep, invisible core belief. Villains do not wake up desiring to be evil. They wake up fiercely defending their distorted why. Flip the psychological lens on the John Wick universe. Viggo Tarasov wasn't just a monster. He was a desperate father who spent 30 grueling years building a billion-dollar syndicate, only to watch his arrogant son sign its death warrant over a stolen car and a dog. Imagine the paralyzing fear and the humiliating betrayal of his life's work. Yet, Viggo chose war because, as Sinek's research shows, toxic leaders will justify absolutely any atrocity if they believe they are protecting their core tribe. In Viggo's mind, defending his bloodline against a mythological killer was the ultimate righteous act. If you want to keep decoding the hidden psychology of power and survival, subscribe to this channel and like this video right now, because the escalation is just beginning. Fast forward to the $14 million global bounties of Chapter 2 and Chapter 4. Villains like Santino d'Antonio and the Marquis de Gramont pushed the tension to a boiling point, sending over 400 assassins into the neon streets of Paris. They weren't just greedy sociopaths, they were zealots of a corrupted corporate culture. Sinek teaches that the most dangerous leaders are those who prioritize strict, unbending rules over human life. The high table is the ultimate toxic corporation. They believe that without their suffocating laws, the markers, the excommunicado, the underworld would shatter into pure chaos. They felt entirely righteous. To them, John Wick was a cancer threatening their sacred ecosystem. But here is the catastrophic vulnerability of every villain, a concept Sinek brilliantly outlines in The Infinite Game. Villains play a finite game. They fight to win, to dominate, to protect their fragile ego for today. John Wick, despite his lethal skill set, was fighting for an infinite cause, the memory of his wife and the sovereign right to simply exist. When a rigid, rule-obsessed villain encounters a man with an infinite, unbreakable purpose, their empire always collapses. The Marquis died in Paris because he arrogantly chased a finite victory, ignoring the infinite will of a man who had already transcended death. The universal lesson here isn't about assassins or body counts. It is a mirror held up to our own lives and workplaces. Every time we justify a ruthless action because it's just business or we have to protect our own, we step into the villain's shoes, blinded by our own righteousness. A true leader constantly questions their why to ensure it builds people up rather than tearing the world apart to protect an illusion of control. Never let your why become a weapon. Subscribe to the channel and like this video to master the strategies hidden in plain sight.